Given that x is equal to 6 and y equal to negative 4, we are going to substitute these values into the expressions. First one, we have 2y holding square, which means that y is multiplied to 2. And the whole arithmetic expression here is squared. So we are supposed to simplify or evaluate what is within the bracket, which we get this. And now it is actually negative 8 times negative 8, giving us 64. Next, we have 2x squared minus y cubed. So to substitute, we have 2, and the square only applies to the x term. Therefore, it is 6 squared minus, and the cube applies to the y term, which is a negative 4. So we have to write in this way. Now, bear in mind that this part here, negative 4 to the power of 3 is same as negative 4 times negative 4 times negative 4. And so, let's continue. So we have 2 times, now this is 6 squared, therefore it's 36, and minus what we have as a result of this is negative 64. Next, because we have minus this negative 64, this is like having a ninja 1 here. And to evaluate each of the parts, 2 times 36 will give us 72. And so here, negative 1 times negative 64 will give us positive 64. As a result, the final answer is 136. Next, x minus y holding square, which means we will have everything put inside the bracket first, then evaluate. So x is 6, therefore we put 6 here, minus y is negative 4. So we have to put a bracket to write down a negative 4 here, and then the whole thing square. Now, according to Bodmer's rule, we will finish whatever is in the bracket first. Again here, you notice that this is minus negative 4. So it is like having a ninja 1 here to multiply by this negative 4. Carry on, we have 6 minus negative 1 times negative 4. So we have positive 4 and holding square. So 10 square, as a result, we get 100. Next, 3x plus x over y minus y squared. So same thing, we substitute the values of x and y. So 3 times x, which is 6, plus, now x is positive 6, so put here, whereas y is negative 4, and then now minus negative 4 whole thing square. So you notice we put the negative 4 within the bracket again. So now we have 18 here. Now this is like positive times 6 over 4, which is a negative term. So I can write it as something like this. Minus, here this negative 4 whole thing square will give us 16. So it is 16 here. Next is 18 minus 3 over 2 minus 16. So as a result, we get half.